love all of our players. Freddie, nice guy.
Look, the crack of that bat. Nothing more beautiful than that.
Baseball is such an important part of our family.
That's the beautiful game of baseball right there. You win some, you truly lose some.
I just want somebody to talk Dodgers to me. Okay, I have something for you.
You did? Well, hold on. I need to put my phone down.
You know how long I've had to wait to give it to you?
2.5 weeks.
I have no patience.
You're like,
And also, I recorded Adam's reaction so I can show you.
aw, cute.
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. What do you have for me?
It's
box?
actually from Liz.
I love a box. Oh, Liz, the sweetest human being on planet Earth.
She really is.
And I've yet to actually even meet her. It's
well,
so sad.
we're going to have to go to a game with her next
We're
season
going to have
or
to
something.
remedy that for sure. Wait, is this a mug? Is it a mug? Guys, because clearly I don't have enough mugs in my life. Just saying. I have a lot of mugs because I'm like slightly under the weather. It's like the quickest cold ever.
Those mugs are so small.
They really are. It's very true. I use my Sony producer mug a lot. And I'm now about to have another one in the rotation. I have a feeling. Guys, stop.
Turn it around.
That's my name.
Isn't that amazing?
This is so great.
Okay, now I can use mine.
Oh my God,
Grant?
I love this.
Okay, don't knock it over. It's in that bag hiding with
And
tea in
this
it.
is really cool. And the nice
Thank you
thing
very
with
much.
tea in it. Oh my God, I'm dead. I love this.
How
And
cute!
it has like...
Wait, Adam,
like
show Allie yours.
Wait, do you have one too?
Allie, she made Adam a special Adam one.
Does it say like producer on it or does it say Cubs?
It's got
A wheelchair
a wheelchair
with
the first
22
number
on it. Isn't that the best thing ever?
I've never seen something more perfectly made for Adam
I
in my
know.
entire life.
I know. It's amazing.
I'm obsessed.
Mm-hmm.
This is awesome. Liz, thank you. You're the freaking best.
I know. Liz, thank you so much. I've been using it every day.
Sorry,
You might need to wash yours out first.
I was going to say, do I just pour my tea immediately into it right now?
I think I want you to wash it out first.
Okay. Grant, you want to go wash it out? No, I'm kidding. You don't have to do that. I don't.
Are you sure? I'll do it.
Well, we're just going to pause so that I can go.
No, hand it to Grant. Grant's going to be on camera.
Go, and then we're going to keep recording.
We have a special guest with us today.
Meet Grant, our previous intern.
You have to bend down, Grant.
Tell them your
head is chopped
podcast
off.
name.
There you
It's
go.
called the Claudcast. Please listen.
Aww.
There you go. Grant is our very, very sweet intern of prior semesters. And Adam is getting dinner with him this evening after we record.
You know, I met him the first day we were doing the podcast.
Really?
Mhm.
Wow, you have a very good memory.
Well, he reminded me.
Oh. He's like, I have met you before. And you're like, noted. Oh, this is so cool. I'm so excited. I've been talking about mugs
I know.
the entire time since we got
I know.
bags.
Liz heard us.
Because clearly I have so many mugs. Yeah, so I'm kind of like slowly... I got a tickle in my throat Saturday, which I texted you the day... yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh no. And I immediately started taking all my weird hippie tinctures and supplements and herbal things.
I knew it would
And
work.
that was Sunday, and I was like pounding the good drugs, you know. And woke up this morning and I was like, my throat is not on fire. And I'm feeling much better. So we have a little bit of like runny nose congestion, but for the most part, we're feeling good. So we have lots of liquids.
Nice.
We have bone broth and we have tea.
Well, I'm very glad you're
Water.
feeling better. I was a little nervous when you texted me yesterday because I just felt like the people needed a Melissa and Allie episode.
They do.
And guys, I haven't seen Allie in like 2 weeks, so
like 2.5.
we have to catch each other up. And I was gonna call her to tell her about all this stuff going on.
Yeah.
But I held back because I thought it would be fun to tell her here,
Which
so you guys can hear it too.
And I'm glad now to hear that was the reasoning, because I was like, why have I not heard anything from Melissa? I'm like texting. I was like, how did it go, guys? I didn't hear anything. And I was like, yo, it's like silence on their end. But I was liking everything that you were doing. But now this makes sense, because now the people get to hear what you've been up to and everything that's been going on. And I also, too, get the genuine reaction of hearing everything that was going on. Because as you should all know, we are not actors.
No.
So getting a real-time and real-life reaction is always a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's a true, genuine.
And I don't want to have the conversation and then have it again for you guys. So that's how we roll here.
We roll real.
And we roll into welcome back to Talk Dodgers to Me.
Episode 37. I don't know. I don't have a thing for that.
Oh, and look who's back.
Grant's back. Thanks, Grant.
You're welcome.
That's clean.
Nice.
We like that. That's clean. Okay, I'm going to throw the tea in there because I'm drinking the bone broth as we speak. So tea.
Nice. I'm drinking green tea.
Lice. Lice? Nice. I'm drinking immunity. There we go.
Did you say episode 37?
I did.
Oh, okay.
We are on episode.
So we did the intro already.
30 guys.
Where do we even begin?
How are we already this deep? I love it. But so hold on. We're up at episode 37, but you've had a few episodes since, or at least one episode. No, 2, 35 and 36 since I left.
I can't even remember.
I feel like I've been gone for 1,000 years.
Well, I'm thinking of the last time we were in these chairs was when Eddie called
3 weeks ago
about the Miggy Rowe event.
Yes. Which I was so excited was happening. A little sad that I wasn't going to get to be there. But if anybody is pinch hitting for you as a co-host and that person's name is Orel Hershiser, you say yes and thank you. How was that?
Oh my gosh. I can't say enough nice things about Orel. I mean, I just feel so grateful for the whole Legends Addict team and how supportive they've been of us and the podcast, and just how genuinely kind they all are. And they just have this passion for what they do and the Dodgers that we all share, which is just such a beautiful thing. But I didn't really know what to expect going into the event because, as you know, we kind of are, we set up and then we're going with the flow. Yeah.
We take whatever we get and we do whatever comes at us and we roll with punches.
And exactly like the last couple of times, we didn't actually we had a week notice for the Miggy Rowe event?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I made cookies.
You did.
And I've had a little
you've had a falling out with your cookie making.
I have. So making Talk Dodgers to Me cookies.
Did it spark a little bit of joy for you?
It honestly did. It really did. And I had just made for Natalie, I wanted to do for my best friend Natalie's 30th birthday, I wanted to do something special for her. And so I made cookies and I screen printed. So I didn't have to diligently decorate each cookie. I screen printed images of her.
Helpful, right?
Yeah. So that quickened the process, which is kind of why I was starting to dislike the cookie biz. So I had our Talk Dodgers to Me logo on the cookies. I made Miggy Rowe his own set. I printed out a picture of him holding the World Series trophy.
That's amazing.
And I made him a box of cookies. Aww. And then I made the Legends Addict team some with the Legends Addict logo and Orel's jersey.
Cute. Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
And so I had the cookies out. And Adam helped me print Talk Dodgers to Me stickers so it had our info on it so that people leaving the event could take a cookie.
Brilliant.
Right?
Really good marketing.
Yeah.
No, Melissa she's a multi-hyphenate over here.
What better way in a fun way, to promote the podcast than cookies? It just kind of is me in a nutshell.
Yeah. It's like, guys, eat some cookies, now go listen to the podcast.
And did you watch the episode?
I did.
So did you hear me take a cookie?
I did.
Like my mom.
And it was funny. I liked Orel's joke of wait, but I thought those were my cookies. And you're like, don't worry, you have your own. It was great.
So
how many cookies in total did you end up making?
About 100.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. And then
That's a lot of cookies. Yeah.
I actually did our logo by hand because I was still into it.
Really?
I know. So
That's actually a big deal.
we might be back together.
That's a big deal. Because that's the part that I think is so impressive is you're very talented with the design and you've made some pretty insane designed cookies. Like, they're gorgeous.
Thank you.
But I know that it kind of like ripped a little out of your soul after a time of doing it.
So
It
we're
took the
making our
joy
way.
away.
We're making our way back to each
So
other.
to hear that that's a
Which
big
is nice because
step.
we're right around the holidays, and
Yeah.
that's when
you
I
get your biggest orders and stuff.
well, and when I actually really like to make cookies.
Yeah. That's true.
So that
That's
was
really true.
one good thing to come out of this.
Okay. Side question
Mhm.
about cookies. Because I know that the cookies you make are sugar cookies.
Yeah.
And they're delicious. Just to make that stated. What is your favorite cookie to make besides the sugar cookie? Like, in holiday cookie Christmas time season, what's your like go-to cookie that you love the most, both to eat and to make?
My mom makes this really good cranberry biscotti that she
Ooh.
taught me,
Okay.
which
fine.
is so good.
Not what I
And my
expected. I love it.
family always makes Russian tea cakes,
Yum.
which I love, dipped in powdered
That's a
sugar.
good, like, it's not a good breakfast, but it's a good breakfast cookie.
Mhm. Those scream Christmas to me, and those are like
Mhm.
traditional cookies we have.
Yeah.
My mom also every year, now this is becoming like a holiday episode, and I should save this for Christmas time, but every Christmas morning she makes cinnamon buns in the shape of a Christmas tree.
How?
Just, you plop them to be a tree. And then she
Oh,
colors
okay.
the frosting.
Not like each cinnamon bun.
So now you
is a
guys can
Christmas
do it.
tree. It's you put them together to shape
Yeah,
a Christmas tree.
yeah.
That makes more
Anyway,
sense.
back to
Fine.
the Miggy Rowe event.
Yes. Tell
So,
me all about
Adam
it.
and I left at 2:30 because it took us 2.5 hours to get to Claremont.
You ditched
He
work?
didn't let me
Okay.
listen to Taylor Swift once. We did play some
Have
car
we
games.
listened to Taylor Swift? Wait, first off, it took 2.5 hours?
Yeah, Friday afternoon because it started at 5:30.
Oof, good point. Eesh. God
Yeah.
bless your souls.
There was already a long line waiting for Miggy Rowe.
Well, of course.
And so we got there like right when it was starting. So we were quick getting ready, and then Miggy Rowe comes in. And guys, sometimes I have to remind myself I'm doing a podcast. I can't just be a fangirl
Yeah.
because I see him walk in and I'm like,
that?
oh my God. I think I played it cool.
I was like, how I mean, on the episode,
Adam, what do you
came
think?
off great. So, did you?
I
yeah,
was
Adam-
mostly just worried about the timing because we had such a short time with him
Mhm.
that I didn't want to feel rushed and have that come out. But I mean, having Orel there calms me for sure.
Oh, definitely. He's such a pro. Like,
It's just incredible.
it's like he's been doing this for a while.
So we got Miggy Rowe for about 10 minutes. Hopefully he'll come back.
Yes, please.
Maybe the cookies.
Those will get him. Those, I think those did.
Put it over the edge. He was so great, and I loved everything he said. He's so well spoken, and there was one pretty epic line that he said. Do you know what I'm going to say?
I have an idea.
Okay, so he said, and I think this might be the best line of the entire
I
podcast.
think I have you posted already? Because I think it's.
I didn't post it like as a standout. I
No,
posted
but
it just
was
within
it
the
was a part of a
conversation.
thing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I
He
think I know.
said, it's one thing to play in the big leagues. It's another thing to play for the Dodgers.
Yep.
And when he said that, I'm like, mic drop, boom,
That was
done.
that to me just explained the entire season of this year
Yep.
with the Dodgers.
Yep.
Oh, I feel so sorry for Miguel Vargas.
Stop it. Oh my goodness.
But
You're the
after
worst.
Miggy Rowe left and went to his autograph signing,
Yeah.
it was me and Orel. And Orel was also doing an autograph signing. So basically, and you know how it is, it's like we'll get him for 15 minutes and then he goes off to do something else and then comes
Then I'll
back.
come back. Yeah.
But this time, I just sat with him the entire time and played his co-host / assistant, holding his pen for the signings and meeting people. And he was like, this is all about him. And he looks at every person and he talks to them and makes them feel so special. But every single person in that line, he made sure he introduced me to them, asked about the podcast, and like,
what an incredible support like system.
it was
Like,
just
how
so much fun and so great. And I just left feeling on top of the world with the support from him. And it just was so cool. I feel like a little bit speechless about it.
you know you're doing something right when you have Orel Hershiser championing you in your podcast.
Right?
It's pretty freaking awesome.
And the fact that I've met him before years ago, it just feels very full circle. And it was really fun. And then afterwards, they had, Eddie goes all out. They had a DJ and there was people out in the courtyard. Adam had 2 hot dogs. I had a burger.
Bro, you went hard.
Do you guys have Dippin' Dots?
No, that is a Dodger Stadium staple, though.
When I went to a Dodgers game, I had a Dippin' Dots flight, so I had every flavor. It was incredible.
That
They
exists?
have that?
No, it's just a thing I did.
Oh, you just got a
You
whole
got
bunch
one of every flavor.
And I called it a flight.
I like that. That's
Nice.
like my 10-year-old childhood dream right there.
You can live it.
That is hilarious. I love that,
Maybe
Grant.
past that time. But I love that for you. That's amazing. Hey, it's better than a beer flight in my opinion.
The future's waiting for you.
But I also had to figure out when to give him the cookies. So I realized I hadn't given him the cookies yet, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
So you did the interview 1st,
Mhm.
and then the cookies were after.
And then I waited for the autograph signing to be over and waited for the moment.
By the way, here's some cookies.
Oh, and I didn't even tell you this.
I was gonna say, what was your favorite part? But tell me what you were gonna say first.
Okay. So Adam comes over to me and he's like, this guy from Dodgers Nation is here and you should go say hi to him. And I'm like, oh my gosh, really? So I go and meet Noel and he's telling me how much they all love the podcast.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Guys. But that's a great podcast that listens to our podcast?
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
Yes.
Miguel Rojas. Oh, got it right.
Oh my God. I didn't tell you this. Miguel Rojas has seen our videos.
That's like the first thing
No.
that he said when she sat down.
Stop it.
Allie,
Are you?
that's the first thing he said to me. I introduced myself and he's like,
How did you not flip and lose it? Because at that moment I
had to be
Yeah.
cool.
I think cool
okay.
goes out the window.
I'm
in that
pretty sure I
moment.
was like, you have? Really? That's the coolest thing I
You're
ever
like,
heard.
How? When?
He's like, yeah,
What?
I've definitely seen your videos.
And you're like,
amazing.
breathe. Keep it cool. Keep it cool, man. What? That's epic.
Yes.
What if they share our social clips in their text chain?
Okay, Adam, don't get too
I didn't get to
excited.
ask him all my questions, like, what do you
He's
talk
gotta
about?
come back
How can I
on.
get in the text chain?
How do I become a part of it?
But the
How
fact
do I get
that
invited to movies?
he knew
party?
about our podcast
That's
is pretty cool.
freaking huge.
And he did repost the video I put up of him, and there's more to come. I know. Amazing. And then I met Noel, and he was just so nice and telling me.
I mean, Dodger Nation's cool, but Mickey Rowe already knew
He
it.
was even
Knowing
talking
we
about
exist.
specific things that we've talked about and said he loves our social media. And he's like, it's really cool that, you just post clips of you guys talking. Like that's the podcast.
Guys, that's really cool.
And he wants to
That's
do
really
a collab with
meaningful.
us. So
Yes, please.
isn't that amazing?
Absolutely. We would love it. Let's do each other's podcasts, please, and thank you.
It's
That. Oh my God. I was going to ask you
I
what
was
your
freaking out.
favorite part of the day is, but I feel like your favorite part of the day has to be the answer of Miggy already knowing we existed. Because,
is that the coolest thing
I'm a
ever?
little speechless.
I know. So I basically said hi, and when I was shaking his hand, he was like, oh yeah, I've seen you.
Oh.
He's seen me.
I've seen you before. You have? Okay.
And it was so funny hearing when someone had said they've known about the podcast. Almost everyone that came to the event knew about the podcast.
Oh my God.
But it was nice for people to learn about it.
Yeah.
Because Orel brought it up to every single person.
We freaking love Orel. Never thought I'd be saying those words. Know him.
The event was also just great and so well run.
Oh, no doubt.
It seemed
And
like
it's on a great
everybody
event.
had a great time. Yeah. And then this past weekend, they had another event. And I didn't even know until that morning that I was going to go on ESPN radio again.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
But you were going to always go.
I was going to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I wanted to meet Steve Sachs.
Yeah.
I just had learned about him a little bit and his story and was really wanting to learn more and just have that connection and hopefully maybe get him on the podcast.
Yeah.
So that was my intention for that day.
Who else did you meet?
But like every time we've been there, it just exceeds my expectations. So the first person I met was Jaime Harin.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't even know he was going to be there till the day before when they announced it. He was so nice.
Oh, it was like you seem sad.
No,
Oh.
he was, there's just people that like really like look you in the eye and make you feel like you're the only one they're talking to. Like,
Yeah.
isn't it so annoying when you're talking to someone and they're like looking all over the place and
Yeah, they seem
it's
like half in it.
so
half out.
disinterested.
Yeah, quite distracted.
He was so just like happy to meet me and I told him about the podcast and he was like, that's really cool. And I met his son as well. His son took a picture of us.
Oh.
And that was awesome. That happened like immediately when I got there. And I don't think I even was there for 5 minutes and I went on the air. Allie, I was shaking,
Oh my
nervous.
God. No, but you did so good last time. Wait, so what did you guys talk about this time around?
So, I have to tell you this too. So I really was freaking out. I didn't have either of you. And usually Adam like calms me down a little bit.
True.
So,
As much as he riles us up, he somehow calms us down.
yeah, he always says nice things in the right moments most of the time.
Sorry, Adam. We outed you in that one brief moment.
I make you all calm by being more dramatic. Like I'm more dramatic, therefore by by comparison, you guys, it's not that bad because Adam's crazy.
Sure.
Something like that.
Sure.
Okay, we'll go with that.
I don't know if I'd call you crazy, but
But
you are
also-
a weirdo. Yeah.
I wasn't rushing to get there. I was just kind of going on my own time. And then
'cause
Eddie
you were just
called
gonna- You were
me.
just gonna like be there.
Yeah. And Eddie called
As a
me
friend and
and I'm
fan.
still in my apartment. And he's like, you're going to go on at
You're
10
fine.
a.m. And it's like 9:15.
How did you get there in 45 minutes?
Well, I didn't.
Okay.
I got there in an hour and we pushed it back a little bit, but I almost immediately went right on and
Oh my gosh.
Orel was next to me, so he did call me.
Oh,
but
good.
because Travis and DeMarco were talking with the headphones and already on the radio, I couldn't speak out loud to Orel. So we're writing notes to each other. And he writes pro, underlines it, and points at me
Aww.
because he knew I was nervous.
Once again, such an incredible champion to have in your corner.
I know.
Who better?
I know. So I think I did okay. I obviously watch it back and think
We're
of
our
all the
own worst
things that I
critics.
could do better and wish I said this and blah, blah, blah. But
You'll always be your own worst critic. I'm sure you.
I
did
think I only
fantastic.
think of just, okay, that happened. Fine. Great. How can you do better next time?
Yeah. How
So
do you
I
improve?
don't get mad at myself or hard on myself. It's just, how can I get better?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Wait,
where
so
we're
what
at.
did you talk about? What did you? What questions did they ask? What did you guys say when you were on?
He was like, I guess right before we talked, I said, I just have a feeling. I had a feeling the whole season that we were going to win. And so that's what he first asked
did.
me.
You
And
did.
so I said that. And then he brought up like the last time we were there was when Shohei hit 50-50.
Yeah.
So
Gosh, that also feels like 10 million years ago.
I know. Oh, also there was an entire baseball team watching right in front of us from a high school baseball
Aw,
team. It was
cute.
cute. But
Intimidating but cute.
But you also have no idea what they're going to ask you.
True.
So he did ask what my favorite postseason moment was, and I couldn't say Freddie's Grand Slam. So I had to,
he said besides.
yeah. So I had to quickly
Hey,
think of
what
something.
did you say? I feel like I know my immediate answer.
Well, I said, the highlights I've been rewatching recently are the 5th inning.
Mm-hmm.
And it went from just being so excited for our comeback to, man, I kind of feel bad for the Yankees.
That's a good answer.
And the final inning.
Okay. Yeah, like Walker coming in.
And just walking
especially
off.
now knowing that, like, he totally wasn't ready. But
I know.
He's like, yeah, I'm ready. But he, like, actually wasn't. Makes it even sweeter in a weird way.
Yeah. Some inside scoop from Mookie's podcast.
I know.
It's so funny because I watched it and I loved it. And I'm like, man, he got the whole team on there. I just want to get one of them on the podcast. He does
have a little bit better access than
I
you
know.
and I do.
I know he's on the team and
but
I'm not.
I agree. I'm like, how do we get the whole team on the podcast?
How can I get them to see my messages?
I know. If any of you are out there and have access, we would love to have a current Dodger player.
Jack
on the
Flaherty
podcast.
is going on a podcast run.
Well,
so.
Jack, come on by. We'll take you. We'd love to have a little chit chat.
Would love it.
We'll kick our bags and our boys out of the way and put you right there. It'd be great.
Yeah, so that's
It's gonna happen.
That's it.
I think it's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm. Look at you.
I have no doubt.
You sound like me.
I sound like Melissa. All optimistic. It will be a thing though. No, I think the 5th inning is a great answer for that because I would, you could also put in there just our starting pitching minus the bullpen game.
I know.
But, like, God bless those dudes doing God's work there and minus Jack's start in the 5th. But his Walker's start.
Yamamoto. All that Trinan did.
I mean, like, all the pitching was moments for me. And then, but also, it's not quite exactly... Yes, Freddie's Grand Slam. You can't say that. But I would say Freddie's back-to-back-to-back, multiple game home run hits.
See, could have said that. Could have said that hit he got in the 5th inning. Well, I guess it all counts.
The 5th inning counts. I mean, because that was a double that he got, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Yeah.
It all blurs together, but it was all so good.
I know. I'm still watching the highlights.
I know. I actually thought about it this morning. I was like, I just need to rewatch the 5th inning for fun because I just miss it.
Mm-hmm.
And it feels like so long ago.
Mm-hmm.
But
it does.
It really does.
What was it? 2 weeks ago? No, 3.
No, it
3.
was. Yeah, it was like 3, a little like 3.5, like 3+. Because I was just gone for 2 weeks, and we recorded like 4 days prior to that.
Yeah,
and that was a long 2 weeks.
You know what I'm thinking of?
What?
We Are the Champions. I won't sing it again, but I thought about it. I did think about it.
Well, now it's in my head.
So I think I caught you all up, right?
Well, almost.
What do you mean?
You also went to another cool place that you should give a little teaser on of an episode that's not going to come out this week, but it will come out the following week?
Yep, and we definitely have to go back there because it's great. So I went to a watch party, one of the Padres-Dodgers games.
Oh, man.
Before this place even opened. And I didn't realize this was their first event they've ever had.
Good time to start.
Yeah.
Also,
so there's a pizza parlor called La Sorted's, and their newest location is in Chinatown. And as soon as I walked in there, it's like one of those places that feels like it's been around forever, but it had literally just opened. Dodgers, Lakers memorabilia covers every inch of the wall. He's been a Dodger fan since he was little. Birthday parties. It's amazing. And Tommy is the owner. He's the nicest guy. Heart of gold. And started...
Wait, his name is Tommy.
Yep.
And his restaurant name is?
La Sorted's. You can learn where that came from in the episode.
Really good play on words there, I would say. So.
Yeah. And the reason has something to do with Burning Man, which is unexpected.
Yeah, I'm trying to piece that together.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
They can wait for the episode.
Okay, yeah, you guys have to wait.
But
I
anyway,
have the inside scoop.
As soon as I went there for that game, it was so much fun and just this whole Dodger community. I'm like this, I would really love to have him on the podcast. So it all worked out so that it happened over the weekend. He was so nice and made us a pizza, Adam
Aw.
and I. The Mamba upside down pizza.
Ooh, what's on that?
It's so good. It's like, it looks like
Is there
it's
pineapple in
just
it?
sauce,
Like upside down?
but there's cheese underneath it.
Oh, so it puts the cheese on first and then the sauce on top.
It's honestly maybe the best pizza I've had in LA.
Oh, wow. That's high praise.
I think it is actually, because I'm still thinking about it.
Oh my gosh.
Is it high praise?
Yeah, it
Also,
is.
isn't that
Thank
just
you
a
very much.
grandma's
There is some
slice?
great pizza in this city, and I
Yeah,
will
but
fight
it's
you.
the sorteds.
Okay. Oh, should I repeat?
Say it again, Grant.
Isn't that just a grandma's slice?
But it's with all the love from the Dodger fan.
Well, isn't that
And the Laker
just the
fan.
grandma's slice?
What
No,
is the
because
grandma
has
slice?
love.
It's similar.
What's the grandma slice?
It's what she described.
Oh,
Where's cheese first?
How good was it, Adam?
I've never heard of that.
It was good.
And he made us these turkey tenders that he's only making during Thanksgiving
How
time,
fun.
cooked in duck fat
Oh my god, I love duck fat.
with cranberry sauce and honey mustard, and they were
Guys, that sounds so
amazing.
good.
And that was an unexpected, amazing treat.
And also, duck fat is so much better for you than like seed oil. So bravo,
It
Tommy.
was so good. But I can't wait to go back, and I can't wait for everyone to hear that episode because he's got a great story.
Aw, I can't wait to hear that episode.
Yeah.
Very much looking forward to it. You should all listen to it, as will I.
And it's 5 minutes from Dodger Stadium, so it's the perfect place to go
That is,
before. Or
wonderful.
if you want to bring food in, like Allie.
you go there, you get your food, and then you take it to Dodger Stadium.
Yeah, because they also have sandwiches and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
All of those things sound
Mhm.
delicious.
Yep. So now you're officially caught up.
Well, that was. You seemed like you had such a productive and fun few weeks while I was gone. I'm a little jealous that I had to go away for work, but man, I love that like the ball is continuing to, you keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it rolling.
It's been so much fun and a Dodger fan's dream.
Yeah. Truly.
It's also been really nice that the listeners of the podcast are like really happy for the podcast and for all this
Yeah.
happening. Really, really nice.
Well, as this week, Thanksgiving is upon us, and that'll be released the week of Thanksgiving, which we are currently in. It's just cool to look back and all the things that we're grateful for that have happened this season. And who would have thought that, everything that the team would accomplish, that we would accomplish.
Oh, they
thus
did say
far
we're good
is
luck
pretty
on
cool.
ESPN.
We are.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
they did. They did say it.
Well, I guess they just need us in Japan, don't they?
All right, we're ready.
Which I have a fun update about that, actually.
Oh, okay. So
so we'll
you have been in New York.
So I was in New York for 2 weeks, which
Mhm.
I do love New York. It's very fun to go and to be there. And I got to be there during fall, and the leaves were changing and decorations were going up. So one of my favorite times to be there. So that was great. But it was a jam-packed 2 weeks. So very full. I was there for work, and it was like on every level. I had so many meetings, different screenings to go to, different projects. We had an announcement come out for one of our projects, which I can now finally talk about, which is great.
So you can tell us. I don't think I even know.
We're doing a Fleetwood Mac documentary.
Ooh, I love Fleetwood Mac.
It's so good. They're so good.
My mom loves Fleetwood Mac. I can't wait to
Friggin'
tell
love it.
her.
Yeah, it's a good one to be able to finally talk about. Like, it is within docs in the music world is kind of like one of the white whales to get to make.
Mm-hmm.
And people have wanted to make it for years, and as you can imagine, it's not easy to get 5 people to say yes, but Frank Marshall is one of those
Nice.
humans that can accomplish that, and I am lucky enough to be on the wagon attached.
That's so
and
exciting.
rolling. So that's what we're doing, and I love that. So that announcement came out, and just met with other people we're looking to work with, other people we have projects with in development right now. Got to go up to Sag Harbor, which was beautiful for
Ooh,
one of those
nice.
meetings, which, new dream untapped, to have a home in Sag Harbor.
It's really beautiful
It's
there.
gorgeous. And so close to this, like not far from the city too, which is nice. So you can do a little bit of both. And But yeah, so overall it was a really, really good trip. Just also it was very jam-packed and busy. So it felt like a very long trip.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, I don't know, it's cliche, but I was like, I miss my husband.
Aww.
Which is weird. Like, my fiance husband, whatever we're calling him right now. But I was like, I miss Nick. You just, after a while, you, like, miss being in your own home and your own routine and your bed. And I just feel like so much, like, you guys had so much happen. I was like, I've been gone so long, and I was so busy, so it felt like longer. So even though I love being there, I was very ready to come home.
Yeah. What part of town did you stay in?
So for the first week, I stayed in Chelsea at a hotel. And then the second week, or the second, like, 5 days, I went to Brooklyn and Fort Greene and stayed at my sister-in-law's because she was in Mexico City. So I kind of, like, took her.
Nice.
I took her apartment over, which was lovely. And honestly nice to just have a kitchen again because I love a hotel, don't get me wrong. But after a while, I'm like, I just want to be able to cook my own food. Like, going out to eat's great and all, but when you do it for all 3 meals for, like, 5 days in a row, you're, like, a little
I mean, that was going to be my next question. What did you eat? Where did you go?
I ate a lot of food.
You must have had good pizza too.
Okay, no one get mad at me. I didn't, sadly, this trip. Because I was
Can you eat pizza?
I could eat sourdough pizza right now. So I did actually have a lot more sourdough than I've had in a while, and it was wonderful. I had a sourdough croissant, and I was so happy. I could have cried.
Wow.
Y'all, croissants are they're like my lifeblood, and I usually have a croissant necklace on, which I don't today because it didn't go with the sweatshirt this morning, or the half zip, whatever we're wearing. But I have a croissant necklace. That tells you my deep, deep love for both bread and
I love that. I have a cupcake
and
necklace.
butter. See, and you love cupcakes.
I do.
So it makes sense. But I got to have a sourdough croissant, and I was an incredibly happy woman, and I had a lot of sourdough this trip. But there is a sourdough pizza place in New York, but I just never got around to getting it. So sadly, I did not have pizza this trip, but we're going to save pizza for January when I'm in Italy.
Oh, okay.
And that'll be worth it.
Okay.
So it'll be fine. We'll be good. But I ate a lot of food. It was delicious. But then getting to go to her apartment, and I went to the farmer's market on, like, Saturday morning, and I got fresh, like, vegetables and some, like, turkey and just some good
living
food.
as a New Yorker.
I just pretended what would it be like if I lived here, if I was in the city. Yeah. I couldn't go to a ton of Dodger games, so, like, that's not happening. But it was fun in that brief moment. And then I was able to have a kitchen to cook for a little bit, which was nice. And because I love cooking. And so that's, as our pepper grinder people and us have in common.
Oh my gosh, we need to
play around with a pepper grinder.
Oh yeah,
I saw.
Oh my gosh, it was in my car.
Yeah, you, like, took it somewhere.
Isn't that funny?
To your sister's event.
It
was
another last minute thing that I'm just like, sure, I'll pop up.
You're like, here's me and my pepper grinder. I'm ready.
I thought I would use it, as some decor. But then they had, did you see the whole cheese spread?
Yes.
It was insane.
I was jealous. I wasn't
so
there for
I'm
the
like,
cheese spread.
who needs pepper? So we had fun with it. But
I love that.
I think we got to get Tommy one for his pizza place.
We do.
So perfect.
That's a good Christmas gift.
Okay, hope he's not listening.
Don't listen, Tommy. We have a gift for you coming. But yeah, so overall, it was really great and lovely. And I met with, so on the doc side of things, I did meet with our friend over at MLB.
Oh.
Yeah. And we were
Should we
we
give
chatted.
her a bag?
We should give her a bag, actually.
Okay.
I told her about the podcast. She was like, you have a what? And she was like, wait, tell me more. And I told her about how we really want to go to Japan for the opener because she was telling me about, being at the World Series because she's obviously there for work. And
okay,
and
wait. What does she do for the MLB?
She works on, like, the licensing side. She's on the doc side of things.
Okay.
And probably some other stuff.
Grant, you don't have to raise your hand.
Yes, Grant?
Do you guys sell those?
Yes,
Yeah.
Grant. Do you want to
Grant,
buy
you can
that?
buy one of these bad boys.
I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Did she say talk Dodgers to me when you brought up the podcast?
No, she didn't know it. Oh, there we go. We're falling. But she was like, what is it called? I was like, talk Dodgers to me. She's like, that's brilliant. Like, that's
Also,
great
did
name.
you visit, like, an
Nice.
old Brooklyn Dodgers thing when you were in Brooklyn?
No,
Because it's the
we
same
just-
Dodgers, no?
Yeah, it
Okay.
is.
Yes,
yeah.
they moved to
the
LA.
the Los Angeles
That's a
Dodgers
great
used
question,
to be the
Grant.
Brooklyn Dodgers. I like that.
Mhm.
See,
Great commentary from Grant
fan
today.
learning things. You know, a new listener to the podcast.
Are you a baseball fan at all?
I don't know sports, but I like baseball. I'm
That's
mad
okay.
about the pitch clock.
Really? Why?
You're mad about it.
Because
Tell me why.
I feel like baseball games should be like 2 weeks long. I don't
Oh,
like,
so you like that they're long?
Yeah, that's the
I
whole
love
point
Grant.
of them.
That's
so that
awesome.
you can get multiple flights of Dippin' Dots.
What I did is I got a flight of Dippin' Dots, a soft serve, and then a big pretzel, and I was having a great time.
Wow, you were just comatose after that.
When
though,
did
right?
you go to the game?
March.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm proud of you for being able to
Nice.
put all of that down. I feel like
I didn't eat the rest of the day. I just
Wait, did you go when we went? With the
actually I
doc
think
team?
I was wild. No, I didn't go with the doc team. I went
Oh.
with like my cousin, but like
Oh,
it was
fun.
around the same time.
Okay. That's amazing. I love that. Soft serve, a flight of Dippin' Dots, and a soft pretzel. I'm dead.
Oh, and a Dodger dog.
Wow, look at you.
That was good.
You need 2 weeks to digest all that.
I was going to say, that's why it was a 2-week game right there.
Who did they
Like
play?
you're going to a Brazilian steakhouse. You just got to be able to pack it all in.
You just turn the chip and you say, keep it coming.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love that so much. I need your metabolism and your age to be able to do that again.
You need to not have a car and walk everywhere like I did.
That is also true. Yeah, no, you did walk everywhere. Little side tangent. He walked from like Marina Del Rey to the office.
What?
I also walked from Marina Del Rey to LA.
Like downtown LA.
No.
I was going to say,
He's
How
crazy.
long did
wait,
it
what
take
part of
you?
it?
Only like 2.5 hours. It went really fast. That's 12 miles.
Well, you get your steps in, that's
Wow.
for sure.
But
Well,
I walked to a barbecue
he's also
place.
he's from Long Island, so I think he's used to the walking.
Yeah.
It seems
That
because
is
Who
so
said
funny.
LA was not a walking paradise?
where are you you're not like safe. You're walking on safe streets, right? Like you know, there
Any
cars.
street's safe if you're not paying attention.
Are you listening to something? Are you just taking
I
in
have
your
like one headphone
surroundings?
in.
I can't.
Okay.
That comment, I'm dead. Deceased. Put me in the grave.
Oh my gosh. That is really funny. I'm just picturing him with all this food in front of him.
He's got his flight of everything. There you go. I love it. I don't even know where I was with that, but yeah. Oh, I was so MLB. I was
Yes. Oh, yeah.
chatting with my contact over there,
Yeah. Okay.
and mentioned how we want to go to Japan, and she was like, "I'm gonna figure that out." So I'm gonna follow up with her. So we'll see. You know, look, one step closer each new day.
Just tell her, listen, our podcast has been doing really well, and we're Dodger fans, and our producer is a Cubs
Exactly.
fan, and our fun banter with each other
Exactly.
has become a fun part of the podcast. So you should hire us to do commentary during the series. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure
That'd be pretty
if you haven't checked our YouTube comments lately, you should, because not only
Do
do we
people
have
agree?
fans in Japan, but they are learning English from the podcast.
Oh my God, yay! But also, I'm so sorry.
Do you know what Adam? Do you know what Adam said?
We're
He
your
said,
English
We're the new
teachers."
friends. You know how people learn from friends?
Yes.
That might be the best thing you ever said to me, Adam.
Oh my God, guys, we're teachers.
Can you believe this? I'm overwhelmed
Well, I was telling
in the best way.
I forgot who. Maybe it was her or somebody else. I don't know. I talked to a few different people about the podcast when I was in New York.
Nice.
And
Did you have the business cards? I actually
no,
ran
like
out.
an idiot.
I ran out.
I left them at home. And I'm like, why did you not bring them with you? Just put them in your purse so you have them always. So they're now in the purse for future needs and experiences. But I met with another person who we're doing a doc with,
Mm-hmm.
and he lives in Chicago and knows the Cubs ownership and all of that. And I was like, well, you know, I have a Dodger podcast and my producer is a Cubs fan. So there's just a whole lot of things.
Maybe
happening.
we should go to a Cubs
Dodger
game. Mm-hmm.
We should.
Didn't I say on the podcast that if Adam keeps being rude to us, we're going to go and have dugout seats without him?
Oh, Adam, you really need to be nice because I now have that hookup.
I don't even know what you're talking about. She just said that I said something really nice to her a second ago, which I don't even know why that's the nicest thing. I once said that you have really nice hair one day, and I don't know why that's not the best. I don't know why you guys think I'm so mean all the time. I'm constantly saying nice things.
One time he told me that I had bitchin' boots.
Bitchin' boots?
Bitchin'
Those words
boots.
came out of your mouth?
He said
Bitchin'
that.
boots. Yeah.
He said that.
He says it so confidently still. Oh, boy.
Oh, man. I'm sweating.
Well,
But I can't take off my sweater.
No, you can't. It's real cute.
Guys,
though.
I'm wearing Papa Sweater pants that are
They're
really
sweater
hot.
pants.
Well,
I
it's
love-
it's usually freezing in here, but
It
today of
is.
all days, it's not.
Yeah, weirdly, it's not. Yeah, like I too am not frigid right now, and usually
And
I
the
am.
hot tea.
The hot tea and the bone broth helps with those things. It warms up the internal organs, you know. But yeah, I love that's what I was saying. I was telling this other person how what's been so cool is it's not just like LA Dodger proper fans. Like we have fans in other countries, which I don't even know how they found us, but I'm so honored that like we have fans in Japan, which makes sense because of like Shohei and stuff, which is just really freaking cool.
Wait,
But
you?
we have a like fan from France and other like actual
Australia.
yes.
Uh-huh.
I was shocked by that. And I love that someone's learning some English from us. So I'm really gonna make sure I work on my grammar.
Yeah.
Make sure
As
that's
I'm
all
saying,
good.
yeah. One time Wolfgang Puck
Yeah.
told me to remove yeah from my vocabulary.
Well, you know, he
Yes.
knew that you had
Yes,
this
chef.
Yes, chef. He knew this was in your future, so
Maybe.
you needed to learn to speak eloquently.
He said
Maybe.
it in a nice way, but it stuck with me.
Mm.
Not that I've listened, as I hear myself say it on the podcast.
What was
But
the context of that?
oh, I used to work at one of his restaurants.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought like
And
you
she
were at
walked
a
around.
table and he's like, "Sorry, I gotta interrupt."
She walked around
No.
saying yeah a lot.
Uh-huh. He
He's
just overheard me.
He's like, you gotta cut that out. lady."
Speaking of Shohei in Japan, did you see the Shohei lookalike contest?
No, but I was gonna say, did you see the video of when his reaction when Clayton Kershaw told him he won ML MVP, and then Decoy like freaked out and he like made a really funny reaction. And then he hugged everybody and he fist bumped his wife. I loved the fist bump.
Right?
He did. I was like, nice.
I know.
I
That was
thought
great.
that was really funny. I was like, okay, that's a cute relationship.
Is Kershaw like actually zooming with him? Or were they not seeing each other?
I don't think they were. I don't think they were seeing each other. I think he
Oh,
was just
okay.
the one who got to announce it.
Okay.
And so that's where he got to say that.
Okay.
And then that was the reaction video was on him because look, we all knew he was gonna win.
Mm-hmm. Very happy for him.
It'd be
though.
really stupid if he did. So I'm very happy he won. But no, tell me about the Shohei lookalike.
How funny is that? The winner, guess what they won?
What?
$17.
Stop.
That's his number.
That's brilliant.
Imagine going
amazing.
to a Shohei Ohtani lookalike contest.
Hey, he won $17. It's
And
still
you know what? The
$17.
guy that won
Did he
looks
look like him?
just like him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I need to see this photo.
I'll show you
afterwards.
later.
I'm gonna have to see that.
And there's an Anthony Banda one coming up.
Ooh, okay, that'll be fun. I've watched some stuff with him recently. It's been fun. He was on a podcast. and they were
He's
talking
like
about how like
the talk
women,
of the town.
Women love him.
Because when he
apparently.
took his shirt off and
Yeah.
everyone saw that bod and
Hey, look,
tattoos.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I love Nick and Nick shirtless too, but like a good shirtless man. for the
you
most part,
you
it's a
wrote
good thing.
something in our notes about
About a
a
shirtless
shirtless
man.
someone.
Guys, did you know that Walker Bueller has a massive ass back tattoo?
Of what?
I don't know what it is of, but I've heard from a very verified source
Oh.
that he has a massive back
Who's the
tattoo.
verified
I can't
source?
say that. That's
Tell
the
me
whole
like
point.
this.
I'll tell you later.
Fine. You covered your mouth when you showed me that.
I'll tell you after. this
Speaking of
episode.
Walker Bueller,
But holy crap. I was like, wait, he does? But it doesn't surprise
now
me.
I'm gonna re-watch the video so I can see it and figure it
I know.
out.
I'm kind of like,
Is it
I'm
the
not
Dodgers
surprised.
logo?
No, I think it's something like pretty ridiculous.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
know. I just,
He really likes whiskey.
Sorry. So.
Wow, Adam is clearly not listening to
Wow.
us.
No. There was
Producer
something.
fail.
There was something interesting that you guys said that I wanted to check out.
Oh, yep. So now we know that Adam really doesn't listen to us and is
Clearly.
watching videos on
No,
his phone.
hold on. I was listening to you,
He looked up
and
something.
I looked
we'd
up something
said
that you were referenced.
Oh.
I looked up the
Okay,
video
that's
of
acceptable.
Decoy.
of Decoy jumping off the couch and
Yeah,
Shohei's
because I
eyes
wanted
going
to
crazy.
see if the reaction. I thought Decoy might have some sort of, human or AI mind, because he can pitch baseballs, and I thought maybe if the reaction was like, if he got up on two hind legs and started clapping his front paws, I thought maybe, that he might have been.
He had a
human.
pretty, dog reaction of just jumping off and
I
running
want to get. I want to get out of here.
Yeah, like, okay, I'm enough of this. I'm out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But so Walker Bueller though.
Okay. Back tattoo.
The back tattoo.
I'm gonna look it up.
You have to look it up and see if you
I'm
can
curious
find it.
now.
Is it like
We have to
Ben
see if we can
Affleck?
find. Ooh.
He has a back tattoo?
Oh, it's a phoenix rising from the ashes. It's whole back.
Wow.
He got it after his
I-
first divorce, I think.
I feel like it's something of the sorts.
I'm loving these grand
Have you
updates.
seen the picture of him? It's his hands behind his back, looking wistfully into the ocean, with a giant shot of the back tattoo.
No, I've
No.
not seen this back tattoo.
It's
but
very
now I need to see
poignant.
this.
You know what I'm talking
Can you
about,
Google
Adam?
it? Can you Google it and show
Yeah,
us?
it's like, can you show us while we're on here so we can get a genuine reaction of this phoenix?
Remember when
rising
you
from the
guys showed
ashes?
me that creature?
Oh,
What was that
yeah.
again?
Gollum.
Gollum.
Oh, I watched the John Williams doc. It was
Yeah,
so
it was
amazing
great,
that I was
right?
so inspired, and then watched Jurassic Park.
Oh my gosh.
And I want to rewatch
Is he not
E.T.
incredible?
It's the
Guys,
most
also
insane talent.
A little plug: go watch the John Williams doc on Disney Plus. Frank was a producer on it, and he's in it.
Yep.
We actually
Frank
didn't-
and Kathy.
my doc team did not make it.
I
but
didn't know that
Imagine
He's known
made
Frank
it.
since he was a child.
because of his dad being a composer.
It just made
Yeah.
me appreciate what he does on a whole nother level, and
It's-
really made me want to go back and watch
He's
everything
incredible.
he's ever done, and learning about
Yeah.
what his dad did growing up and how he kind of
Yeah.
learned to listen for certain instruments and blend them
Yeah.
together. It's just the most innate, amazing talent.
He's brilliant, and he also is a testament to, obviously, if you can, do something you love and you will not work a day in your life. And you can tell that he loves it and exudes from him. It's such a
Yeah.
beautifully well made doc.
But even imagine Steven.
Show me this tat.
Okay,
Spielberg.
This is the poignant shot, but if you swipe left, there's a better shot.
Is
of
he
the
just
whole
in a
image.
towel?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta see.
Wow, I
this.
was not expecting that, Ben.
Ben.
Okay.
Okay, my turn. No, I never needed to see this ever.
Go
and
to
I
the
would've
next
been
one.
okay.
Go to the next one.
Guy, this looks like fake. It's ridiculous.
It's
I know.
very real.
Oh
Are
my
you sure it's
gosh.
not for a movie?
It's not for a movie.
Oh,
Okay, but back to John Williams because
that's a
he's
choice.
amazing.
A good one.
That's
I think we can all agree it's a good one.
I like your phone cover.
debatable. It's a debatable.
But imagine
good
watching a
choice.
movie and you just think of what sound should go with these moments. Like, he has created.
The soundtrack of our lives.
Yes, he really has. Anyway, that's my spiel
I
about it. I loved
love
it.
it.
And now want to watch
But-
all of his movies, which are all basically Kennedy Marshall movies.
They're all so good. I mean, yeah, John can do no wrong in my book.
Yeah. Back to Bueller.
Back to Bueller, though. What is this talk of him going to the Yankees?
Okay, first I heard Padres and I thought, nope, no way. There's no chance.
There's no way.
He will not go to the Padres. I don't want him to be in
Why
the
are-
National League.
I was
So,
about to say, wait, what? So we're not keeping him? Is that just like out of
well,
the question?
we didn't give him a qualifying offer. So doesn't that say a lot?
Yeah, I guess.
I don't think we're gonna re-sign him. I would like us to. Even for like a prove yourself year. You know, like
Yeah.
kind of like Belly did.
Yeah.
But I think he wants a longer contract, and it seems like the Yankees are really interested. I think that's
Interesting.
acceptable
That's-
because he'll be in another
That's
league.
crazy, though.
So we won't have to play him that much. I
True.
do not want him in the National League. It'll be too
No,
weird.
well, and you heard on Mookie's podcast, like he's scary now. Like
He's
he's
like,
got-
I'm a problem.
He's like,
right?
I'm a problem now. Like I've got it back.
Maybe we will sign him. I hope that we do.
If that be true, and he's able to take what he did in the postseason back into the regular season, yeah, I would like him.
I know.
If it's going to be like it, if he's going to still be figuring it out, well then, okay, maybe not as much. But I don't know. It's hard to let go of players. It's hard to say goodbye to anybody that you've watched and has been on your team and came up on your team, and you want to keep them all. But I get that we can't keep them all. And that goes into the same question to discuss of what do we think is going to happen with like the infield, and what about Gavin Lux? Because now it's like confirmed Mookie's coming back to the infield.
Mm-hmm.
That's been talked about.
Mm-hmm.
And we still have Edman and Miguel Rojas. So they're both shortstop options.
I told Miggy Rowe I was really happy about it.
Right? So like, and Miggy's back.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy's still with us
next
season. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty certain we got him.
I think we have to lock it down. I don't think it's locked down.
Okay. Tommy Edman is on the team next year.
I was gonna say he's already committed.
Are
for
you
the team
sure?
Next year,
Yes.
like he got.
I don't know.
The contract was for.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if you're right about that. I thought that was correct information, but then I was listening to something today, and they said they had their initial meetings.
Well, maybe it was like they might talk about an extension for him, but I think he's under contract for like at least another season.
Well, I love him, so I'm happy to have him back.
Could be wrong.
I think we're going to get Teo.
I can't give verified sources. I do too, and I hope we do.
When we were at Legends Attic, that's what really made me feel like we were going to get him.
Did Miggy say like...
No, Miggy didn't say anything.
But like, I don't know.
I said to Eddie, I don't care about anyone else except for Teo and Kike. I want them.
Yeah.
I need them.
I need Teo. I need Kike.
But I kept hearing Teo's talking to other teams, blah, blah, blah. And then we're meeting with Juan Soto.
I think it's a part
and
of
then
it.
I thought, okay, you know what? This is strategy.
They're allowed to have conversations, and they should.
They're going to, Juan's going to meet with every team.
Yeah.
And especially meeting with the Dodgers says a lot, because then the other teams might up their price because they want him so bad. So I really do think that Juan Soto is going to go to the Mets, and we are going to get Teo back.
I like that.
But I don't think that we're going to sign until Juan Soto signs.
Really?
Yeah, I think Juan Soto will get signed.
Why do you think
and
they're
then
tied to each other in that way?
Because of exactly what I just said. Because
Juan
meeting with the Dodgers,
Okay, because you need him to sign so that it shows that we're not signing him, so then we can sign Teo. Okay.
Exactly.
I see. Yeah. I mean, that could be a good strategy. I mean, I think it's good baseball tactic in general, for especially if they are a free agent and they're in that space. They should meet with everybody. They should see what their best offers are and then make the best decision for themselves so they can be informed. I mean, I get loving a team so much that you're just like, no, I'm with you. But you also want to make sure you're
Which is kind of what Teo
right
said.
by yourself.
You know, how do you picture these meetings? Do you picture them like I'm remembering this episode from Entourage when
Yes, it's just
you know what I'm
like
thinking
that.
about?
I don't know it, but I just
When
it was
Vince-
funny.
It's just
when
like
all
that,
the
I'm sure.
agencies are pitching him, and it was like Microsoft, Nike, Vincent Chase. We want you to be as
Moneyball?
big as
Yes.
yeah.
I love
That's what I
Moneyball.
just picture.
Yeah.
But imagine Juan Soto walking into all these different teams. How are they pitching him? How are they talking to him? Are they like bowing down to him, or are they just like
I don't
casual
see the,
conversation?
I don't see the Dodgers
Are the
doing
players
that.
in on the meetings?
No, I don't think so. I don't think players are in on those meetings.
Some.
Yeah.
Remember Mookie, Freddie?
Okay.
And
well,
Kersh?
for Shohei, that's a little different. I feel like that was like the biggest fish of all fish
True.
that you could ever try to get.
Mm-hmm.
So you put your best foot forward.
$17.
You put $17 forward and say, you want to come over to the team? You'll win a World Series.
Oh my gosh.
And then we did.
That is just so crazy
Yeah,
too.
that's madness. Like he literally came to us to win. And then didn't even 1 year in, we won.
Yeah.
What?
It's crazy that this year everything on paper worked out.
I know.
But
Not
even
in the way that we
No,
thought it would.
but not in any way that it should, in the most twisted,
Yeah.
injury plagued, drama.
Dramatic turn of events.
But we still won,
Yeah.
so we are the champions.
And honestly, it's kind of sweeter that we won the way that we did.
Yes.
Because there's one, I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to complain about winning ever. I'm going to be happy to win in any, for any moment in any way. But winning when you're supposed to win and everyone is healthy and every one of your best
that's
players
boring.
is good and, up, full speed. Like, okay, great.
There wouldn't be as much to talk about.
But it's so much sweeter where you're like, adversity was against us. It's like, think of movies and storytelling. The drama, you need the drama, you need the highs and the lows and the roller coaster that it takes you on. Because it's just that much sweeter.
You need
at the
Freddie
end.
hobbling around the bases,
Yes.
crashing
You
into
get the
Mookie,
satisfaction.
hitting a grand slam.
We wouldn't have, Joe Davis's great call. We wouldn't have, Gibby meet Freddie.
I know.
You need these baseball moments.
Did you see Joe posted on career day with his son?
No.
And his son did his own call of Freddie's home run. Or no, of the last out.
Wait, his son is old enough to do that?
His
I
son-
feel like he was just born and named
It
Orel.
was the cutest thing ever. His son said the same words that Joe said when Walker threw the last pitch and closed out the game. It was the sweetest thing ever. Oh my God, I love that. Yeah, I got to show you that too.
I love that.
I actually have a question for you.
Okay, talk to me.
Let's see. Talk Dodgers to me.
There was a lot of talk during the season about the Dodgers management of the pitching staff and their
Oh, we didn't even talk about Dave Roberts not getting a Manager of the Year nomination.
He's so
Okay, sorry, continue.
Yeah, that is pure stupidity in my opinion.
Why don't you just go ahead and talk about that, and we'll come back to my question.
No, I want to
later.
know.
No, tell us
I already said it, so
Okay.
moving on.
We're annoyed. And he was wrong.
That was ridiculous. Like, how?
Are you
Adam?
sure you're done talking about it?
Yep.
There were a lot of injuries, and Andrew Friedman came out and said we need to look at our process and we need to look at what we're doing.
Yep.
Ooh.
However, you guys just won the World Series. So does the World Series win vindicate and validate
No.
the management of the bullpen and the pitching staff? Does it say, hey, we're doing something right? Or do they still go and look at their process and go, hey, we need to change something?
I have an answer to
Yep.
that. They still should look at it and evaluate how it cannot be as tragic as it was this year, because those kind of injuries just should not be happening at the rate that they were happening. It's just not okay. And it's not fair to the dudes that want to be out there and want to be playing and that you've signed. And it puts so much pressure on the bullpen that wasn't necessary or needed, but it was necessary to get the job done.
Yeah.
I think it's great that we found a way to push through all that adversity and still come out on the other side with that win. But I think that win is much more due to what the guys talked about on Mookie's podcast, where they did it different this year. They were so close. They said, hey, upper management, we're doing things different. We are all coming in. We're doing workouts constantly together. We are watching these together. We're writing down together. Like, this is not a vacation. Our kids and friends and stuff, like, we're taking these 3 weeks and we are being 100% in, 100% present. Like, even if we don't want to all be there in that moment, like, we need to do this to make the difference. And I think that is what made the difference. That is, I've seen great Dodger teams before. I've seen teams inevitably that on paper were better than this team. But this team was so great because of, yes, their talent, but because of how they came together. And it was like think about when you go to summer camp when you're a kid and you come out of summer camp with, you've made like lifelong friends with these people, and it's like you went to war together in summer camp. Like, you spent every waking moment together, and it just builds a bond that is somewhat unbreakable, at least for, a season of your life, maybe not forever, but for that season, like, you are one. And I feel like that's what this team did. They went together like summer camp kids, and they came out as one, and they rallied, and they said, we're not losing this.
Yeah,
we're not losing.
exactly.
So as great as that is, I don't think us winning is that you can vindicate all the issues that happened with the pitching staff. I think that still needs to be evaluated, still needs to be fixed, and needs to come back next year revamped.
Yeah. We shouldn't have ever been in a situation that we had all those injuries. And because of everything that Allie just said, we came together. They did, not we. They
were in
came
spirit.
together in spite of all that. We ran out of pitchers.
We had TBD.
If
As
we
a
didn't
pitcher.
win that game, I don't know what would have happened.
No.
Like, we actually ran out of pitchers.
We did.
And they absolutely need to reevaluate everything because this can't happen again.
Also, it's not fair.
You can't
to the
expect
players.
the team to come together like this every single year and really rally together, next man up, when it's like one guy after the other going down.
I do hope they find a way to keep what they did in how effective that was. Like, find a way to keep that again this next year. Because a lot of those guys are going to be back. Sure, you're going to lose some. It won't be the exact same team. But you will have a lot of that same core that's there. So I do hope that they keep what made this postseason great for them and really did change the dynamic from years past. I hope they find a way to keep that.
They will
for this next year.
because they know what worked. But
I
also,
hope they don't have to do it with a lot of, injuries in the process. I hope, because it's not fair to those guys like Ryan, like River Ryan and oh my God, Brent Glasnow. Like, those guys wanted to be out there pitching, and so to not have been, I'm sure, as happy as they are, and they definitely contributed to us getting to that place, they want to be out there to pitch. It's how Gavin talked about this when in 2020, he's like, he wasn't a part of it. And that's why he said to Dave, in this World Series, I don't care that I'm having this hip issue. Like, you have to let me be in it. You have to let me be out there. Like, I need to be a part of this.
Yeah, as long as it's not harming their performance.
As long as it's not harming their performance or harming them, like, super, super long term, and they're able to, like Freddie, he's going to be fine. He had to push through a lot of adversity. As long as it's like that, or how Gavin was, it's like those guys want it so bad. So to let them get that opportunity is one of the most beautiful things. So I want them to fix it and figure out the pitching issues so that next season we're not in that same place, but they keep the same camaraderie that they had, but with fixed pitching issues.
It's not going to be fixed. I think it's going to be a long time to figure out
Work
a
in
lot
progress.
of things, but I'm sure that there are things that they can adjust. I don't know. I don't know how the pitching works, but I also am less worried now because I saw our team come together in this way that I never have before.
True.
But like we talked about when we went to the parade, and moving forward now, we said this win is a lot of redemption and a lot of quieting the critics. Now they just had a parade. They want it again.
I know.
They want to go through that crowd again. They got to see with their own eyes the amount of people that love them, that were waiting for this win, that were so happy for this win just as much as them. So I really think that moving forward, that's a whole nother layer of purpose that we didn't have before.
Yeah.
There's
a new standard now. And I think they want to live to that standard.
They want to create a dynasty.
I know.
They want to be even more hated by Adam than they already are.
Which I'm trying to remember where I was listening to this, or where I heard this. But that we're actually, yes, the Yankees have overall far more World Series titles than like any other team. But that was pre the era in which you actually had to play all the postseason games. And if you look at the amount they won when they didn't just automatically end up in the World Series for winning, for having the best record in baseball, we're creeping up and we're not that far behind them.
You heard it on Talk Dodgers to Me podcast.
I was just thinking,
Orel Hershiser
who told us that on the podcast?
God. That's where I heard it.
Did you also
this
hear?
Is very meta.
Did you also hear that Orel said?
I heard it from Orel.
They only have to play in one game to get a World Series ring?
Yeah. That's crazy. But also, like...
So congrats, Miguel Vargas.
Well, we already knew he played like half a season. Come on. We already knew he was...
One game and you're in?
That's madness. I'm like, put me in, coach. What do you need?
It's crazy.
What do you need me to do?
What about one first pitch?
Do you have to play in the... Well, see, now we need...
Working on that, Grant.
We need a little bit more clarification.
You guys should sing the national anthem.
Ooh.
Do they do that at baseball?
I'm gonna have to go take some voice lessons.
I'll
real quick.
play them me singing "We're the Champions" as my audition.
You sure you want
Do
this?
they have like walk-on music?
We've
'Cause
talked
at the
about
Yankees
first
games. They
pitch.
do like the Blitzkrieg Bob.
Yeah.
Each player has a walk-up song. Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very fun.
I was late to my Dodgers game.
What
I
do you
didn't
think
see
about
that.
Kike though?
There was a lot of traffic.
I'm not hearing anything about him.
I haven't heard anything.
There's like
so I don't really know.
there's no way we can let him go.
We gotta keep.
We can't.
Kike. We love Kike.
We cannot.
No. I
As long
can't-
as he's playing, he has to be a Dodger.
Look, I can't even go there
I know.
to think what that would be. It'd make me so sad. It wouldn't be the same.
I will be so upset.
You need Teo and you need Kike. They are the spirit
I know.
of the Dodgers.
I know. We need them, Andrew.
Andrew, listen to this podcast and sign Kike. Thank you very much.
The fans will protest.
Sincerely, the fans of Dodgers Kingdom.
Sign Talk Dodgers to me.
Exactly.
And Dodgers Nation.
And everyone. Except for maybe Ada, but he doesn't count.
He probably wants Kike on the team.
How do you feel about Kike?
If Kike stays on the team, that's good because that increases the chances that I might one day eventually learn how to dance from him.
There you go.
Because if you guys have him on the podcast, then I can just directly ask
He
him,
can
like,
show you some of his hip moves.
well, we're gonna need to like oil up my hip. I'm a little bit like the Tin Man.
You're a little rusty.
I need a little
Little-
juice in the
little-
joints.
Yeah.
But maybe he has some like lotions.
Oh my gosh.
What?
I don't really want to know
I don't
about
know.
Kike's
He's got some
lotions,
stretches or something. Like I can
I
loosen up
showed
my
you.
hips.
I sent you a picture of him stretching, and
He
I said,
does a
"This
lot
is
of
what you
stretching.
and
have
I
to
couldn't
do.
do that.
Try.
Well, you gotta start slow.
Try.
Start somewhere. You gotta work on it.
Mhm.
All right.
Did you see the wonderful? This was a while ago, but it's been a while since you and I've chatted. Did you see the really great video of him and Mariana went to a couple's like
Epic.
costume
Just
thing,
epic.
and they where you like swap.
She was a better
With your-
Kike than Kike is Kike.
I know. I was like, bravo.
With that pink outfit of
yeah, and
his,
she had
the
moves.
wig.
I was dying. So they dressed up as each other.
it was
and-
amazing.
And my favorite was Penelope just didn't look phased at all. Like, yeah, this is my
She's
parents.
the cutest.
like
thing
not
ever.
not remotely shocked.
Yeah,
So
I
that was
loved
really,
that
really
so
fun.
much.
I just think that's a perfect example of like his personality and obviously hers. Like what a great match and pair they must be, and
Totally.
you need that kind of energy on a
Mhm.
team.
Mhm.
And I think his energy and Teo's energy is just so necessary because you need guys that are able to, bring a little life and fun and playfulness to your team. So
You
it's
hear
not
that, Andrew?
all so serious all the time.
Yep, couldn't agree more. All right, so I've been hearing about Blake Snell possibly becoming a Dodger.
I don't really want him.
Why?
He did not play well with the Giants.
Okay, but remember what happened after he won the Cy Young Award?
True.
Also,
We do
remember
have a way of
what people say
turning things around.
when they start playing with the Dodgers, it immediately ups their performance.
It levels them up.
And
Well,
I think
Kopech talked about that.
Yep.
Like having something to play for.
Mm-hmm. And just being surrounded
Yeah.
by people that work so hard and
Yeah.
are so talented just elevates your game. And you know what? I actually want him.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought we were going to get him last year. And he has a good relationship with David Bassett. So he goes on Dodger Talk a
Okay.
lot.
Yeah.
And he has been open to all the talks.
That's
It'd be funny
mean-
because he played for the Padres,
he
Giants,
just went
now
through it, and
the Dodgers.
All he has left if he comes to us is the Rockies, which don't think he's gonna.
Diamondbacks,
Oh yeah, that too. He hasn't played for them yet.
right?
No.
No.
Yeah, no, they're in our division as well. Forgot about them for like 2 seconds.
How do you think Jason Hayward's doing?
He got a ring, so
Yeah.
I'm sure he's doing fine
Another ring.
on that front. Yeah, another. Well,
right,
okay,
another
a ring.
ring.
I meant of this team. But
Where do you
yes.
think Jack's gonna go? He's been in the mix with the Yankee talk.
I I could see that. He has that New York swagger.
You
to
don't
him.
think he's going to sign with the Dodgers, right?
I think
Might break his little boy heart.
I was gonna say I think the part of him that loves Southern California would like to. But I don't know because I like Flaherty a lot and God bless him, he came through and
I didn't like him game 5.
I didn't like him in 5, but he helped us get to the World Series and he helped get us through the World
I like
Series.
him as a person.
So
And when he's on, he's really good.
yeah, and that's the part that's a little hard is he is a little Jekyll and little Hyde at times. He's
interesting how,
on or he's completely not. And
Yeah.
that is a little scary to deal with at times. But let's look at who we're going to have next year. Glasnow's going to be back and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Shohei's going to be pitching, we think, right? Yes.
I wonder when.
I don't know. But it's supposed to be. We'll have Yamamoto.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Tony Gonsolin.
Gonsolin will...
Dustin May?
Gonsolin will be back. I don't know if May will... I don't know how May is doing or if May's ever going to play
Gavin
again.
Stone is out for the whole year.
Yeah, he's out. We don't know
Landon
Kershaw's
Knack?
status. Landon Knack. Is River Ryan going to be back? There's a lot of unknowns around that. fifth.
Kirsch? Did you say that?
Well, but I'm saying we don't know really what his stats will be. And he's yet... He hasn't played a full season healthy in a long time. So, you kind of have to plan for, even if he's back, who's there if he's not? Or, somewhat inevitably when he might not be. But he is so necessary to that team.
Well, we need another starting pitcher.
That's my point. We need another one. So, is it Flaherty? Or is it Snell?
I've heard
is it Bueller?
talks of Corbin Burns.
Is it that? But is it one of the guys we already have, or are we signing somebody from the outside? Also, what does a contract for Blake Snell look like?
I think it's going to be Blake
He
Snell.
wants a lot, most likely, but he also came off of a not super great year. So
would we
you
be
can
taking
get him?
over his contract from the Giants? Did he just sign a 1-year contract?
Oh God, I can't remember. Adam,
What?
do you know if Blake Snell's contract with the Giants was just 1 year?
It was
Or is it
the,
multi-year?
the board
With
special
options?
last year. It was options. It was a
Yeah.
3-year with 2-year with 2 options.
Because that's what Cody did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Blake Snell opted out because he didn't have a bad year. He just
Didn't
he
want
had-
to be
he had
on
a
their
fine
team?
year.
It was fine, but it wasn't
I don't know. I didn't pay any
It
attention
wasn't-
to the Giants.
It wasn't really anything to write home about because I feel like every time that I saw he pitched, it didn't do great, but I wasn't paying deep attention either.
There was also just so much drama in the beginning where he
Mhm.
wasn't even signed until into spring training.
Yeah.
So that doesn't start you off on a good note,
Yeah.
But I was just thinking about, the players that play really well in the postseason, like a Kike, like Walker Buehler. Walker
Yeah.
Buehler was a completely different pitcher in
Exactly.
the postseason. And it's
That's
because of that
Why I kind
adrenaline.
of want him. He likes that big spotlight.
But why does he have to turn it on only in the postseason? Why didn't he turn it on the entire regular season?
Well-
And why couldn't Jack turn it on like that?
Okay, give him a little bit of grace. He was battling back from an injury, and he had to relearn how to become that pitcher again during the season.
Yep.
In previous seasons, pre those Tommy John surgeries, he was lights out during both the postseason and regular season.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this year was just him getting back to form, but in a different way, learning how to get back to form with having to be a bit of a different pitcher than you've been before, but how to get your stuff back in a different way so that you can be effective moving forward. And I think he was able, by the end of this season and into postseason, figure that out. And I feel like
but
this
there is the
postseason
adrenaline
was him figuring it
postseason
out.
too.
Well, totally. But I think it was him figuring it out. And now I do think, and I want this for him, whether he's with us or not. I'd prefer it be with us if it's going to be the case. I do think he's going to get back to,
I hope so.
Not pre-Walker Buehler to the surgeries exactly, but pre-performance, just different stuff.
I mean, how do you let him go after that epic ending
I
and
know.
him now being etched in Dodger history?
I know.
I think the Dodgers really do care about stuff like that.
Yeah. I mean, it's conceivable that we could get Snell
Orel
and
has the
Buehler.
jersey back.
Oh, good.
Mhm.
Got it back. Okay.
I
was
asked
gonna
him
say,
if it smelled.
I hope he washed it for him. I was gonna
No,
say,
they're not washing it.
Oh God.
It has marks of Oakland on it, and now
Oh, then it definitely reeks.
Yankee Stadium.
Definitely reeks for sure. Well, I was gonna say it's conceivable that we could end up with Bueller and Snell. Because if you think about the rotation, it could be Glasnow, which this would be a mean-ass rotation. Glasnow, Yamamoto, Shohei, Bueller, Snell. That's fire right there if you end up with that. And then, inevitably, when somebody needs a little moment, you've got the guys waiting.
Mm-hmm. We might have
in
a
the wings.
6-man rotation. I'm excited to see what the Dodgers are going to do,
I know.
honestly. I really am.
We're
as long
always
as we
on our
get Teo
toes.
and Kike,
Yeah. We're always on our toes anticipating
all-
their next move.
that's just what I need from you.
Yeah. Do it. Sign Teo. Sign Kike.
You should listen to us because
Make us happy.
we may have been good luck for you this year.
Guys, we started a podcast. You won a World Series. I'm just saying
Yep.
something.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys
Makes
get
sense.
Teo on the pod, would you start with Teo?
Okay, we need to wrap it up. Grant's getting a little
And
loopy.
that's the end of the podcast for
Oh
this
my
episode.
More focused.
Grant needs to go eat dinner now.
Grant's going to have to come back for the Teo episode when it happens.
Seriously. I love it.
All right. Well, I hope we get
Yeah.
Kike
I
and
hope
Teo.
we get some of the boys that we want back.
But while
And I'm
we're
excited to see what they
just hitting refresh and seeing
Yeah.
what the Dodgers are going to do,
do. Yeah.
we have the episode Atlas Sorted's next week coming out.
Mhm.
This is Thanksgiving week, so we wish you all a great holiday.
And we have actually a special
Are we
little
telling them?
treat.
Are we telling them, Adam?
We have a special little treat this week with it being Thanksgiving and the art of giving. We're going to give you 2 podcast episodes.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have done that this postseason.
Yeah.
but another one.
we're going to give them another week of
'Cause-
2 podcast episodes.
We love talking to the fans, and I can't wait to just continue doing them because it's
Yeah.
every reason why we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
So the fan episode will be out on Thursday
Mhm.
for you guys to listen to, and it's awesome, and I loved them, so I'm excited for you to see it too.
I'm excited to listen and hear all of you guys chat and talk Dodgers with Melissa.
Woohoo! Go Dodgers!
Woo, go Dodgers.